Welcome. Hi, guys. This is another episode of Dai Good Talk. However, yes, we have a special guest. However, this segment is called Dai Good Soca, where we are going to interview, soca artists. This is our time. We are in Carnival 2025. And I would like to introduce everyone. You want to introduce yourself? I could introduce you as LucratiV.
LucratiV. Salam.
Right. So I must say, immediately when I hear the name LucratiV, I'm thinking goodness, I'm thinking profit, I'm thinking blessings, I'm thinking efficiency. I like what inspired the name LucratiV from what your actual name is.
All of the above. So when I was coming up with a name, people were saying your name powerful. So I thought about, all right, something that would have a message behind it as you hear it. And I said, I think it was my cousin who was telling me. I tell him the name and he said, yeah, that's a good name. Because I say, okay, I'm speaking things into being. Every time they call my name, it's something good that comes with it. When you think LucratiV, you think something good anyway.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it was the best suitable name to have as an artist.
Right. So do you believe in manifestation, bringing things to life? Like how you mentioned, you think things into fruition.
Well, I am a more straightforward person. I have a religious background, but I also believe that you gotta work for what you want, put in the time. And yes, manifestation. You can't just sit down and say, all right, I'm thinking for the stop. And you ain't doing no work behind it.
So you're a go-getter.
Go-getter.
So as I said
itself.
that. How long have you been into music? Because I don't want to confine you alone to soca music, because I do know that you dabble in other genres.
Yeah.
But how long have you been into music?
I have been in music all my life. From a little boy, 2 years old, my father had me playing pan. I was in piano class, violin, all them things growing up. But the pan is what we had focus on.
Right.
Because he's a pianist.
Right.
Right? So he arranges music. That's something he did as a hobby.
Right.
He was a music teacher as well as a maths teacher and whatnot. So they had me early. And then that's my father. My mother's side of the family now, they also into music. They had their own band and stuff, but they were more around Parang.
Right.
So Christmas was a big time for us. And the two sides of my family big. 10 brothers and sisters on my father's side, 10 brothers and sisters on my mother's side.
That's a big family.
Yeah,
I myself,
yeah.
it's 10 of us.
So when I get married, some people might get left out because I ain't have enough money for that. It might be about 500 people or something.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So where are you from originally?
I born and grown in San Fernando.
San Fernando.
Yeah, I was Coconut Drive first and now at Union Hall.
Okay.
So right across the road. So this area, crossing, Laramie, that is my area.
Right. Big up South. South is love.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So you mentioned your father being a pianist, arranging music, and then your mommy touching on the parang side.
Yeah.
So okay, what inspired your love for music, or what influences it the most?
Well, I grew up in the music, so my love for music, I always like music.
Right.
Anytime I feeling down or frustrated or whatever, I could always turn to go and pull up a song, take it in, and music infectious for me. Music come like a drug sometimes for me.
Right.
I go forget my worries, listen to a song, get on wild, sing along to anything. But I never was studying to be an artist.
Right.
I was just real love music. Always listening to music for everything, for every instance, for every line, for every feeling, for anything. I go into music first.
Right. So how did you tap into our local? How did you reach on the scene? How did you, what made you make that leap to get into actually becoming an artist?
I had a cousin who was doing it. He was also doing soca.
Right.
He was trying and doing this thing. So Pete Figaro, big up yourself.
Big up Pete.
I'm a big cousin. So watching him, and as I tell you, I love music. So I was following behind him like the little cousin following. Everywhere Pete go, I want to go.
Right.
Anything he going on the road to do something, I following behind him. And I was, at that time, I still watching. Never had the confidence to be an artist. Just proud to be around my big cousin,
right.
As a youth man growing up. And then sooner or later, you're listening to him doing anything, so you try to write something, you're singing it to yourself. I was singing to my brother, I was singing to my other cousins, and they'll tell me, you should release music, you should try it, you're singing good.
Right.
And at the time, and friends and peers, we all doing the thing. I sure everybody know about that, you're freestyling in school, between best, anything.
Right.
And men saying, you're singing good, you should try it. Still didn't take them on, it's only later on. Get a walk, take anything, and then decide, boy, I was trying to jump
So
out.
at what age did you take that leap?
I would say about 19, 21, about somewhere between there.
Okay, so it's been some time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay, so how has that journey been? In terms of, okay, I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to test the waters. If you had to describe that journey from that time to now, you said you were 20, 19, 20.
Yeah. So you know, with anything, you will have the fears, the butterflies. You're studying if you're good enough. You jump. You don't want to embarrass yourself because it's so you just have them doubts. You know, and it's only after a while you build that confidence when you learn your craft, you learn yourself. You know what you like from what you don't like, how you like to sing, how you're gonna present yourself. You know,
Right.
that kind of thing.
Right.
And then you don't know. It have a whole it have a whole set of things that's going to it.
Yeah.
You know, but it's only after the beginning there's always be nerve-wracking. You know?
Okay, so what, for persons who don't know, because I'm sure you have your supporters, the ones, the loyalists, right?
Yeah.
But for people who don't know, what song in your career you would say you felt that validation of, okay, I have something here, it's cooking,
That will have to be go down.
right?
But first was Fever, but then Fever was okay in terms of I got the respect from the peers in the industry who heard it.
Right.
But it was more down on the low. But Go Down now, I would have to say was a big where everybody see, all right, this boy has something because Go Down was on a rhythm with big names.
Right.
You know?
Tell us the big names.
We had Marshall on
Right.
that rhythm. Marshall, let's sing Private Party. We had Ding Dong. We had Skinny Fabulous. Kerwin Dubois. Kerwin Dubois song with his song was a collab with a girl. Sorry, don't kill me. I can't remember her name.
Don't kill him.
Yeah.
Right.
But that was a big move.
Right.
Everybody took up, stand up and take notice. It was like, all right, boy, this boy doing something, boy.
Right.
And the song was bad too.
So, okay, you had that moment. Was there pressure in terms of, okay, how do I continue that momentum?
Nah, because
No?
at the time, I'd link up with Pronto.
Right.
So big up Pronto in the States now. Pronto is who both of us came together. That my song was actually the first song on the rhythm.
Right.
Pronto decide, all right, Lucrative. We're gonna see how it is we could get out there. And he organized and orchestrated the other artists and whatnot. And just me and Pronto sit down, build the song together. So that gave me a confidence. Like after we come with the product and I hear how it's sung and thing, I was like, nah man, yeah, I could do this again. It wasn't no big difficult thing.
Right.
We freestyle most of the thing.
Right.
You understand? We just live in, drink it.
So it was very organic.
Yeah, very organic. And that's where I realized like it wasn't hard to do. So I was like, all right, I could do this.
And I'm glad that you said that because I feel like a lot of people don't know certain rhythms, depending on who is on the rhythm, could make or break. Is that your perspective as well?
That is how it is in Trinidad.
Right.
Yeah. I could tell you that as a new artist.
Right.
The radio stations, the DJs, and then the people would more gravitate and listen when it have
Bigger names
on it.
Right. So it felt as though, well, you let everybody know. You were actually the first one on the rhythm. You would have been working with Pronto.
Yeah.
And then everybody else.
And then he sent it out and Pronto I think write all the songs on it too.
Right.
So
Okay.
he's a boss.
Right. So as
Big
you
up
said,
Pronto.
okay, that was Go Down.
Yeah.
Right? But you are into other types of music. You are into other genres of music. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, I grew up in Trinidad. As anybody who asks me why you just do, because that's be a question. People will say, okay, you do soca, so how come you're doing other things? You're not sure you're on soca. But I grew up in Trinidad and we grew up listening rap, dance, soul, the R&B and stuff. But you know the
core.
biggest set of music in Trinidad is be dancehall,
Dancehall, rap, reggae, soca.
yeah, correct. But throughout the year, yes, yeah, mostly dancehall and rap and stuff, right? So obviously, growing up, I influenced by that. You know, as I say, when you go into school, you're freestyling. And saying when we freestyling rap, we freestyling dancehall. You
Right.
know, we ain't really doing no Santi Manite in school. So that's how we end up. You know, it just
Yeah.
come natural to do the other styles now.
Yeah.
So with that, I decide I would also try it out, and to me, I was good at that too. So why not do it?
Right.
You know?
So how do you categorize yourself, though, as an artist?
I would say as a soca artist first.
Right.
Reason being, I'm from Trinidad,
Yeah.
right?
Support local.
Support local. I believe in that 100%. Support local.
Right.
And even when I do a dance solo or a rap or whatever, it's still a Trinidadian version of those things. You know, I don't really try to change my accent and all this kinds of thing when I do that. You know, keep it normal. Use the same colloquial English we using and this kind of thing. Yeah, like?
So who are your? Well, we know where the birth of music started with you in terms of where the crux of it all. But in terms of your current inspiration, the things that influence you today,
Right.
like it could be artists, it could be different types of music. Where do you draw creativity from now?
I try to listen to everybody. To be honest with you,
Right.
if anybody know me, excuse.
That's
I
it.
always listen to music, all kinds of music. But to say the hits, yeah, so I'll call like real, it will come left field, but people like Skeng, Mali Dunn, Prince Swani, these fellas and thing I watching and they inspire me because when I see they do the thing, I see the videos and thing, I respect what men doing.
Right.
And it will give me a drive to better what I bring into the table too.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So when it comes to inspiration, I join from everybody.
Okay. But tell us about your collaboration. You have a song, Disco. How did that come about? That was with Lord Nelson. Yeah, tell us a bit about
big
that.
collaboration, big up Lord Nelson.
big up the legends.
I was shocked because so here how that go.
Right.
I, as I say, grew up around music. So my uncles and my family, I always hear in Barra and all these things playing, Lord Nelson, Kitchener, all them things. And growing up, it used to be on that kicks. We go play them thing and wild out and thing. Because, you grow up here seeing your father, them drink to the thing, everybody having a good time. So we playing that, we just know the old school.
Right.
But to say we was, like that was the... I mean, I grew up listening like everybody else, Vibes Cartel, whatever. But when wildness start, your head bad, you're on our old school and everybody getting bad.
Yeah.
So doing the soca now, I say I always give respect to the people come before me. Because even before Lord Nelson, I did a song with a pianist, a panist, and that was gosh, I forget my name now, but he's a big legend, boy. 55,
Local.
Yeah, 55 and 100. He passed away now. What is this man's name, boy? Professor Ken Fillmore.
Right.
So I did a pan tune. That was
Right.
one of the first set of tunes I do, and was lucky enough to get Professor Ken Fillmore to be part of that. He played just like our Joshua Regel, who now go play on a man instruments. I singing and Professor Ken Fillmore playing anything.
Right.
So continuing from that, so it's only natural that I end up. I like Lord Nelson Disco Daddy. I went by Kyle Phillips. I tell him, now in this whole thing, my plan was never to do a song with Lord Nelson.
Right.
I didn't
You just
even
like the
think
song?
I didn't even think about that,
Right.
to be honest. I just like the song and say I want to do an updated version on it with my style. So me and Kyle sit down, start to play around with things. Lord Nelson Disco Daddy, have a thing in it going, ooh, 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 ooh. I tell Kyle we had a hat in that.
Right.
So we just come up with the idea, build the rhythm, right there I freestyle. Well, the musical process is at a hum. It's called mumble.
Right.
You know words. You're just singing all kind of stupidness.
It's just vibes in it out.
Vibes and singing stupidness. Kyle record the little stupidness, the mumbles, go home, write the song, come back by Kyle, ting, song done.
Right.
I get a call from Kyle, he say he sent it to Lord Nelson for him to hear. Lord Nelson like the song, say you want to be a part of it. I was like, all right, well, cool.
Right.
Cool.
Good.
So that Kyle say, well, right, you're getting a big forward, they make sure,
Yeah.
So we get Lord Nelson.
To execute.
Correct, Lord Nelson come and throw eating on it. And from there, well, that was it, history. We get the song done, shoot video,
Right.
and well, that's what it is, Lord Nelson featuring LucratiV Disco. It's out now. I'll check it out.
Check it out. So what do you say? Well, safe to say, that was a highlight. One of the highlights of your career.
Yeah, that's a big highlight.
Tell us
Big,
about
big,
another
big,
one.
big
Tell us
highlight.
about like any other significant highlights thus far.
There was a rhythm called the X5 rhythm. I did a song, Best Life, right? That was following Go Down.
Right.
So Go Down has a kind of R&B, soca, groovy vibes to it. This next one, Best Life, is the same thing. That rhythm also had Rupee on it as well. So another big name I was able to be in a project alongside.
Right.
And to me, at that time though, so Go Down came out right as COVID came. So most people might know the face to the song go down,
Right.
but it was getting heavy rotation.
Right.
But it's only because of COVID. God know what he's doing. You understand that? I didn't get to be out there and people see.
Right.
And the same thing with Best Life. Well, COVID was done going on. So Best Life, you just put it out.
Because as you
just
think
a
about that
follow-up.
COVID time, like you're getting everybody home. So everybody looking to entertain themselves.
Right.
So the music gets in the play.
Yeah.
But we can't go anywhere. We're not getting to party. We're not getting to
I
travel.
getting to perform and
Right.
see man, this kind of thing.
Right.
You know? And then after that, now I dropped my album. That's another good moment for me.
Right.
My album, Tropical Born is the name of it. And
Right.
check it out.
Right.
I have all kind of tracks on that. Soca, dancehall, well, I say more bad kind of.
And Tropical
dancehall.
Born is available on all
Platforms.
all streaming platforms, right?
All platforms.
Uh-huh.
Afrobeats as well too, and that I'm a piano songs as well too. Yeah. And then after that now, I did a collaboration with Dev, Pension Plan. And then we reached I did another song Road Trip too. But to say like key highlights,
Right.
working with Dev, the album, Best Life, and now
So would you
God
say like
Lesson.
since, because that's literally coming straight on from 2021 up until now, it's
Yeah.
been success after success. It's just growing.
Growth. That's
Growth.
what it is. Yeah.
Lucrative.
Lucrative. Correct. You know the thing now.
Yeah. So how important, I mean, you mentioned you've always loved Lord Nelson.
Right.
You mentioned collaborating with a panist, Professor Kilmore, Ken Fillmore. How important it is to incorporate the different aspects of our culture.
I think that's the most important part in when you're doing this.
Right.
You know, music to me is a feeling, and incorporating other parts of the culture, it just makes the music easier to digest. You know, somebody heard my song Disco with Lord Nelson. They already know Disco Daddy. They know Lord Nelson. As a new artist, it's easier for them to process and digest and say, hey, the song familiar. Hey, the song good.
Right.
I know these things, you know?
Right.
That way we make sure and incorporate brass. Everybody grew up where soca was just plenty brass.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that's the whole point. That's why I try to connect.
Okay.
You understand? So make it easy for us to connect. It's easiest for the line party, you know? That kind of way.
Right. So tell us a bit about, so everybody knows you're lucrative. They know about the songs that you mentioned, Go Down, you have an album. What is the process? What is the driving force behind lucrative? Because they're seeing you here now. But like, what is the team like? What's that composition like?
When you say team, you mean who are working with and stuff?
Yes.
No, I will highlight producers I work with, Young Sichi, Pronto, Kyle Phillips. Right, when it comes to the music, well, most of my music I write myself.
Right.
Right, only I think one song I didn't write, and that was Pension Plan, written by Michael Teja. Right, yeah, just that.
Right.
Disco had another writer on it, right? So Kyle was a part of it in writing, right? And we also had what's his name? I mean, people go vex with me, you know.
Forgive him.
Gosh, names just be something I just always have a problem with.
Right.
But I remember your name just now. I would say, Mr. Vibe.
Right.
You see, I ain't forget it. You just need to pull it out of the archives. I have so much on my mind.
Right.
So yeah, so the writing mostly just be myself. All the videos I do, right? I had to big up Cameron, Cameron Campo. She is the videographer who working with me, right? And it's just the two of
Because
us.
your videos are always a high quality.
Yeah, so it's just the two of us. She shoot, I edit. We both edit sometimes. And that's it, you know. It's a real small team, you know. It's
Small
just,
team.
Mostly everything I do, you know, it's just me and Cameron.
Small team, but big drive.
Big drive.
Right.
Big ideas, big plans, big projects, yeah.
So, I mean, it's been great vibes. However, I want to ask, as a songwriter, right? How does our current, culture and our current climate, our local climate right now, how does it influence you to make, quote unquote, we call soca happy music, right?
Yeah.
How does the obvious, rain in our period right now, which is, right now we're under SOE. Right now we riddled with crime. Right now things are a little heavy, culturally, locally. we are happy people, but we're dealing with a lot of strife right now.
Yeah.
So how do you, as a soca artist, how do you motivate yourself to create quote unquote happy music in light of, what we're dealing with?
Well, to me, I don't think it does affect our culture so much because our culture is a culture liming and partying and laughing, skin and grin. So when you see you going to do soca music and you're trying to create a vibe that will encourage that. People don't come out to go and lime and drink already. So you had
So we're not letting anything but us.
You had a 15. We looking for wireless when we come out.
Right.
So right now, and even the SOE, they ain't really we ain't have a curfew right now. Thank God.
Thank
Let
God.
me keep it just so. But right now everybody's still going out and party. I show everybody liming as normal, drinking as normal. So it's just really all we trying to do is just tap in that festive vibe.
Yeah.
And
keep the vibes up.
Help push that.
Right.
So that's be the focus when you see you coming to write a song for soca. Your focus is just vibes now. You understand? Vibes. Come with some vibes. But it also has soca, you could try and send a message to it.
Yeah.
And still the message could be under current affairs and thing, what going on. That what plenty of people let's do to pick a topic. We always have something on MYOB. We always have something, every month is something, pick a topic and you go with that, Or you create your own topic. It's a men who just do that. You don't know that, like Saki, Trinidad Killer, they create their own topics too.
Right.
Create their own bacchanal.
Right.
You dig?
Okay. So, in terms of your peers, like we know who you collaborated with before.
Yeah.
Who would you like to collaborate with today? Or is that even a thing for you? Like, is it important? Like, okay, I would like to collaborate with this person sometime, or this year, or next year.
To be honest with you, that's not really in my that's not what I'm thinking about. Right now, what I'm thinking about is how to solidify LucratiV on the soca market.
On the map.
Yeah, and make sure that there's a household name everybody know. And I think now what I need to do as the disco getting some airplay and getting some eyes and thing, I need people to tap in on who LucratiV is.
Right.
So right now I'm not even thinking about collaboration. If it come my way,
no
problem.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But right now I'm more focused on hitting them more tunes, more changing the vibe, showing how much I could do now.
Yes.
Especially with the soca music too, because I try and come different.
Right.
In a certain way. Because I will say when I drop disco was in the early part, I dropped that in October. Using that whole vibe where we taking the old school and thing now. And if you realize plenty of the soca now, old school soca and this kind of thing. So I think I was at least ahead of the time or just when it started, I drop it at the right time.
Yeah.
You know?
You had an appreciation for it before it even peak out.
Correct. So that's why I want to keep doing this. Just coming with innovative ways because soca is a thing too. Plenty of people just be like soca. It's be the same thing all the time.
Right.
So
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Because, okay, I could be talking to my peers. Not even that. Like on a nationwide scale of conversation. You'll always have the naysayers, the soca going down. Or the soca this, or the soca that. Like, how you feel about those comments? Like, do you feel as though soca is where it could be? Do you feel as though it's evolving? Do you feel as though there's longevity? Because sometimes you will have a season and people might say, the music was really that hitting this year. How you feel about the state of soca right now, currently, 2K5, and your influence or your role in pushing the soca forward?
Yeah, what I think. As with any genre, you need variety.
Right.
So the more and more artists who come out, young ones, people who are already, the more people in soca put in different songs in it. That is where you might hear the difference where people saying, okay, all songs the same or whatever, or soca is only for one time of the year, because there are artists like Young Brother and whoever else doing different things. Just more artists need to be involved, more people need to come in, and I don't think that would be a problem no more now.
Right. Just be yourself and be diverse.
Yeah, but the point I'm making is more artists. We just need more music, more,
More people tapping into the genre.
Correct, because more people come with different styles.
Right. Right.
Doing soca in a little zest way or whatever,
Yeah.
They'll just have different variety so people can pick and choose and they have more to select from now.
Right.
So we might get that answer what people say now.
It's just the same.
Yeah, it's just the same thing. That is all. But to be honest, the soca doing good. The soca doing good. Men doing some big tunes and thing. I just think what people are asking for is just variety.
Yeah. And you have the variety for them.
And yeah, tap into Lucrative, you'll get variety. Yeah, plenty.
Tap in, guys. So, Carnival 2025.
Mm-hmm.
What can we expect from Lucrative?
Disco time, we had a dance that I bring in. As I reach on the stage, it's time to dance, that's what we want to do. While out, have a good time. I have a next song called Juicy.
Uh-huh.
A fast-paced song.
Right.
Juicy, well, you can get an idea what I'm talking about, but I'm talking about, the ladies just come out looking juicy. Right. You understand? So I'm speaking about that, and it's fast-paced, so we want to get on bad on the road. And then our next tune, I'll drop there in a little time, called Kankalang. Right? So
Bacchanal.
Bacchanal, tapping back into the culture. We know that word. I think that's Trinidadian word anyhow, Kankalang. I don't think I know else. And we more know we hear my parents and them talking. That was as I talk back in the day, so I want to bring that back. I want to. We have plenty Kankalang going on right now.
Yeah. And in terms of, well, we touched on, you have the album. You're dropping another album anytime soon. Like, is that a priority for you right now?
I want to see how it goes.
Yeah.
I want to see how 2025 season go.
Yeah.
Because, as I say, I want to stamp a name. I want people to really go in and vibe with Lucrative and see. Because I have songs to drop after the Carnival that has different vibes. When I say different vibes, like Afrobeat kind of stuff and thing.
Yeah.
But right now, my focus really is on making sure 2025 people know who Lucrative is.
Right. And I feel like persons have a lesser appreciation for like bodies of music rather than, as you say, hitting the radio,
hits,
hitting
hits.
They're like hits.
People want hits.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Hits and bacchanal, like what I want.
So, well, Lucrative is here. 2025. We're going to see you. We're going to hear from you. Mm-hmm. You're already here. Disco time. But outside of Trinidad and Tobago, like what are the hopes and dreams for Lucrative outside of Trinidad and Tobago?
My main mission is soca is a thing that's be for Carnival alone.
Mm-hmm.
My mission, although I do other genres, is to try and change that. Other artists doing that too. So big up men like Ilfinals and things, releasing soca throughout the year and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. One of my main missions is to try and make soca that genre where it's synonymous with dancehall and thing. You play in a dancehall, there's nothing to pull up a soca inside it. It'll change the vibes too much because that is what people say. They're playing dancehall and then the soca will come and change the vibes because it's happy music or whatever the case may be.
Right.
But it's just how we deliver the soca song,
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that is what not tapped into right now. Mm-hmm. That is where my focus is. I hope I'm giving away things. You see, man, run to the drawing board and things. But that is it there. I always think of myself as an innovator too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I really want to do in future. Innovate in the soca. Make it that way where the youths and things come up. Because I feel more of the youths who really take on soca. I might be wrong. Mm-hmm. They really take on soca that much. I feel soca just be a more from 28 up.
Mm-hmm.
Youths go jump in, but then go jump in on whatever is the wild song and thing at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But to say tapping in, going on YouTube, I'm not really sure if the youths and them just be going and searching for the sound.
I don't know. Trying to understand the youths of today is a different.
Well, them on Zest and Trinidad, that's what the youths on right now. Them looking for fag.
Yeah, but like, what is that journey like though? In terms of like, how do you adapt? How do you become more marketable? Or how do you appeal to the youths who definitely, like in our time, we have the radio, we have YouTube.
Yeah.
I remember I looking for Julian Promo to get the hits, or you're listening to the radio, and that's how you know, like soca is soca when that time comes.
radio thing,
yeah. But the youths don't listen to the radio.
Nah, them not on that.
They don't listen to the radio. It's TikTok, by social media. Like, how do you make yourself marketable to appeal to that type of audience?
But I'm a man who doing that already.
Really?
Yeah, like brother, big up brother. Mm-hmm. Brother doing that. I know youths who don't know brother and don't know his songs when brother drop a tune. I sure all them youths and them know what is he saying. He has the mix and everything that he doing. So brother is a man, big up brother. He done had the blueprint for how to do it in a sense.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
He catch them off of the Zest and look brother doing soca. I sure all them youths know
Literally.
know that young brother right now.
I feel like anybody who capitalized off of the COVID wave, because it was the live streaming, at least with the young brother.
Yeah.
In terms of, even with DJ Elon, who did his streaming show during COVID time. I feel as though that instant communication and connection, I feel like artists need to tap into that and give the youths, give persons that type of, natural feel.
Yeah, be present on the media.
Be present on the media.
And you can say it's true. Brothers and man present on the media whole year round.
Right.
Whole year round. So I feel like that is that blueprint right there. That blueprint right there.
You feel as though, is that your vibe? Is that your wave?
That's something I might have to work on. I mightn't be on that because I have other things, with regards to working and whatnot, responsibilities and things that might pull me away from being on the media all the time like that. Nah. But I believe that is what I need to work on.
Right.
Get that viral moment kind of way.
Yeah. Those clicks. The moment says eclipse and it's all in eclipse.
It's the viral moment. Once you have that viral moment, you can catch the people, them eyes and ears,
Yes.
And that's what you want to do with that,
Right.
You understand? You want to catch them with something. Sometimes they say, you dotish up the scene a little bit.
Yeah.
Do some kind of something. Don't worry, it will happen.
So, what do you think is the biggest challenge right now for yourself as it relates to the industry, our local industry?
It's being seen and heard. So part of the parcel is doing a good song. You have a good song, good video, whatnot. You have something to sell. You have a product. But now it's to get the product to everybody to see and hear. That just be the difficult part. Some people might try doing something on social media. Some people might try, to see if they can organize radio play. But that there is the hurdle what everybody's had across. How are I going to make sure that people hear and see the song?
Right.
Hear and see it, And either hear and see it and really. Sometimes people might hear and see a song, but then taking it on because they didn't come for that energy. Like, say how to put it in front of it. Hey, watch this here.
Yeah.
And most people just do that with a bacchanal or some kind of thing. You understand? They do some shit for this and then everybody, all right, they think.
Yeah.
Look my song here now.
Right.
You understand?
See me. I am here. And I think that's basically what you're tapping into just now, in terms of taking it into your own hands, to be putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
Forcing the hand, basically.
Yeah,
in terms of
kind of forcing truth,
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta force, you gotta push yourself. Hey, look me, watch me, yeah. You understand? Listen to this. Grab the mic, hey. I LucratiV, yeah. Yeesh, take the thing. Run a freestyle, something that will make people sit up. That's how I sitting up, yeah. Hey, who's that man, boy? For real, boy. Hey, let me go and check back and then they go and see all the good work and the videos and what and say, hey, this man have a vibe,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there are so many artists who have the vibe. But sometimes it's just they don't have the formula yet.
Yeah. They ain't pull the attraction or the attention to make people sit up and listen. Watch me. So like I was saying, when I go on the stage, I have to do a kind of moonwalk or something, what's a split or some kind of thing.
Stage performance.
Differentiate, yeah. Give me the mic and just go all out.
Okay. Have you had any regrets along the way thus far?
One of the regrets would be, I ain't think so. Now, well, it's lots of ups and downs, eh? The ups and the downs. Regrets might be the money you spend, time you spend. You ain't see no return, But you have to take that in stride as something you're building, as something you're growing like a baby. So you have to invest the time. So if you watch it now with regrets, it go only hamper what you're trying to do now. You might lose your energy. You might feel like,
might slow you down.
Yeah. So you have to take that in stride.
Well, as I say that, but what keeps you motivated?
Music, yes. To be honest, music.
So you're relying on music to motivate you to continue in the music, because music is life.
Anytime I feeling like I can't handle this no more, I gonna hear a big tune, see a video, and be like, nah, boy, I gotta go back and do it.
It's like a calling.
Yeah, correct. And I can't hide from music. Music everywhere. Sometimes if me want to hear nothing, I pass and I hear a song, I like that song. Nah, boy, I gotta go and do something,
Right.
So that is what is going. You keep calling. I see my whole music and all to watch back a whole video or something or somebody.
And just rejuvenate this spark.
Somebody go always call you and be like, so where you dropping, boy? I think about it right now. they might send you one of your old songs and you know that just gave you motivation like, nah boy, yeah, don't give up. Keep doing this thing.
Right. So we spoke on, you mentioned the genre right now needs more persons to enter, to bring forward their own ideas and their own personality and that diversification. But we've all heard the rumors. We've all heard about this quote unquote soca mafia. Have you, like, what has been your experience with this cabal? This cabal who directing the scenes, in terms of who could go forward, who could tap in? Because we've all, I'm just saying, I've always heard about, this radio station and that radio station, and
okay, so here why I would bring the answer for you, right?
Right.
I go lay out a blueprint for anybody trying to get into soca, what they need to do. You understand? So in terms of a mafia, more or less I never meet no mafia, but here what going on. If you have any business, it might have the person that you had a driver you all had to get for the product you're selling, who you want to sell it to the customers, somebody who go and market it, somebody who gonna talk about your product for you, right? If you don't know these people who to do that, you have a very long road. The whole point in the soca game and any music game is relationships. So you have to build relationships with the people who done doing that, so that your product could be seen and heard.
Right.
And that is where the roadblock does happen, and people go start to talk about mafia and things because they don't know the people or they don't have a relationship.
Correct.
So you had to build a relationship.
Or even developing a relationship. How push? You had to be pushy.
You had to be pushy. They will get fed up by you. But once your product good,
yeah.
they force to listen.
Right. So you have to make sure you come with a good product.
That is the first step.
Right.
Getting a good product. And you had to sometimes, again, to get a good product, you had to build a relationship or spend your money.
Right.
And it's plenty money. Don't feel it. Some people just be lucky, and some people have that skill and that talent where they didn't have to spend. They do their own thing. They end up in a right vibe, a right place where it have a good producer thing, and they get a good product. That might be your road. Your road might be you have to employ a writer, employ a videographer, employ a producer, and then go employ a marketing team.
Right.
All that is money.
Yeah.
So,
a major investment in yourself.
correct. And you might do that investment and see nothing.
So your back had to be strong.
Your back had to be, and that next thing you had to be, you had to be real confident. You go smoke real plenty and drink plenty rum. I'm sure about that. I tell you, because you had to be strong to take them losses and still continue. And and don't even consider it a loss, because when you do that, you grow. You learn to write better. You learn what it is. You know what not to do from what to do.
Right. Because rejection is redirection.
Correct.
Right.
Don't even take it like that. So you have to be strong in yourself, that when that happens, pick up yourself again and go. Pick up yourself again and go. And with that, you're growing and you're learning. You're getting your back broad. You're getting stronger.
Right.
You can lift up more. You can
Resilient.
take more. You can take more bullets and things now. You understand?
Yeah.
Now you get iron chest, bullet bouncing off of you. You don't even care. Even to go and perform. There are plenty of people. Let's be bombing, anxious to perform. You go and perform and people will watch you like a madman and say, boy, who's he, boy? You will see people saying, boy, kill the vibe. You understand?
Yeah.
You had to take all that now and go back in the drawing board and formulate a performance that you might feel even uncomfortable doing. You go on the stage and walk and split and thing and you say, but what's shoving this I doing? Right? But that self will draw people's attention. You understand?
Yeah.
If you just go on the stage and you sing a song, your song might be good, but people like, who's he, boy? You think?
Yeah.
Like and it will be the same thing with, as I said, the mafia. They will be like, boy, your song, who's he, boy? You understand? So you had to get that attention. You had to make it happen for yourself. You
Correct. Know? Because let's be real. If it's one thing everybody will remember or remembers, Mr. Killer coming across the stage with a leg in the air, scanting across, or Dennis Belfon winding down low, or even other artists now, everybody trying to make themselves super memorable and give that performance and that delivery. It's really not easy.
And I go tell you, I go talk something honest. I always had a pet peeve with that too. I never tell you why, right? Remember, I grew up listening to dancehall and rap.
Right.
Them men don't jump on no stage and do no.
You don't need all of that.
Them men just come and stand up right there and sing and people get on bad. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
So it always just be like, But why I need to do all this sharpness for you understand? I see in big artists, you know. Well, Chris Brown and them dance, but like them thing. That's what them just do. Michael Jackson and thing, that's what them just do.
Right.
There are plenty artists who big worldwide. That them just come on a stage with a mic and sing.
Correct. Because I
Just
even saw
walk
that.
up and down.
I saw that recently. There was some criticism with 50 Cent. 50 Cent has a Las Vegas residency.
Right.
And big criticism against it. Like, it's one of the lamest residencies. And he has, you know, that's the Mr. Hotmouth. He's just like, I don't need to dance and sing and hop around.
Yeah.
I am a rapper. I just had to look good and do the thing. So, I mean, it's real in terms of the different genres call for different things. But we take in the key points, which is you got to be able to take strain, according to you. Take strain, be resilient, and don't really care about what people say. Because trainees will criticize you down to the ground.
Boy, you will do the best video. Put it out. And somebody go say, he just a lint on it. He didn't see that before he think. They go, boy,
No, they're going to watch this and talk about the screen. No, they ain't going to talk about all the things that you talk about here.
They're going to say, boy, who he feel he is, boy? When he pull in the beard, I'm saying he, boy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't love our people, but we pressure.
No, you just had that was the biggest thing, the biggest takeaway from anybody trying to do music, boy. Your back gotta be broad. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing because that people will offend you. That people will say all kind of thing about you. That people who wouldn't help you. And you still have to take that in stride and do and at the same time it might be attack on you. Don't take it as a personal attack still. Because that same person might like your vibes after and you gotta work with them again. And then how you gonna go into that relationship when you have to work with them, where you're watching and you even wanna talk and thing, and you might be burning a bridge. Who knows? And then there's some people who might be like, well, what is for me is for me.
Well, give us the tea. I have a question. I feel as though in
tea.
any with any industry, there will be there will be conflict. Right? There will be issues. We now talk about the cabal, right? We now talk about the mafia. And then there will be artists who may have issues with other artists. And, I mean, there are some artists who just seem to come across as just a little disgruntled sometimes, like the fighting, like they just can't get, they don't get that appreciation that other artists might get. Like, is that a thing in the industry?
Yeah, it have plenty men disgruntled and tooted. It have plenty men. As I tell you, it's hard to go through, to work. It's hard to work so hard for something. And then you're feeling like if people not taking you on or holding your back. And then it's hard now to hold in that emotion and not burst out on them. So.
But what is the agenda there? Like, why some artists, I mean, the talent there. Must say, we have a talented pool, especially like the younger artists. We have Irfan, we have Voice, we have Second Star, we have Nyla, we have so many artists. We have yourself, we have Dev, we have Young Brother, we have the ones we will consider quote unquote older. We have Destra, we have Kes, we have Bungie. Like, I lost my whole train of thought. That's crazy work. That is crazy.
What is the difference? Why it is?
Like what motivates? Okay, I want to push. I want to push on this side. Like this person can be on the scene for however long, pushing out consistent hits, hit after hit after hit, but I don't get that forward.
Even the people who the public or artists or anybody go say is the mafia. At the end of the day, they are people too, right?
Right.
And they might have gone through whatever. Because have other artists who make it bad for other people too, in a sense where they get that forward, the person don't know you. So, tying back to what I say, the biggest thing too is your relationships with people. Now, there might be a time where a man go out and tell him he don't know you, but he help you get that forward. And then you come back and, me need he or whatever the case may be. So now them guarding their ability to help people now. I'm not helping nobody just so because this last man, what you do, you take all
burn,
that and burn. So the people at the top might have gone through their own struggles too, and that's why it's
a cycle.
You understand? They're guarded. So you can't be vexed with them too.
Right.
You don't know what you would have do in that position.
Right.
After you invest money or time or whatever it is, or you make sure a man music play and you get big and then this man moving
Forget you.
saying like, they never helped me. You understand? So you're going to say, boy, well, do it for yourself now.
Be careful, you know. You call some names tonight. I want you to call out the small people.
Yeah,
The next thing they say, well, I have LucratiV and he didn't call my name. I feel as though people take a lot of things personally. So remember those names, please, and call them. I feel as though a lot of people take things personally. And as you rightfully say, people don't know the whole story and then the whole journey. But I mean, it is disheartening to a certain degree where you feel as though some artists, it just seems so much easier for them to, you know, get that forward, and then it's just a struggle for some of the artists.
Well, I hope nobody took no feelings from me. I try to deal with everybody fair, friendly. Relationships is something important to me. If I forget or I don't thought, because that is not what I'm trying to do.
Forgive him, forgive him.
Yeah.
But how do you keep yourself grounded out of the bacchanal, out of the drama, out of the couture? That's my word, couture. How do you keep yourself out of that type of bad energy?
They come with experience, and also comes with good people in your corner that you could that you had to have at least somebody around you who advising you properly, at least. Or you will have your comfort zone where you're talking, maybe your mother, your father, or whatever. You know? And at the end of the day, well, I realize, because everybody's go through them things, even in school is whatever, you go have the people and them, the teacher who don't like you, or whatever the case may be. On work, you have the boss who moving out of time with you. You want to try and, you know, you have to manage yourself. You're not trying to build enemies. At the same time, I try to move forward. I just see it in a way where the less enemies I have, making my road easier.
Right.
You know? And if somebody don't like me for some reason, I don't have to be in a beef with you. I could just distance and, you know, to protect my energy in a sense now, how I deal with you. I deal with you normal, but I just know I ain't gonna drink no rum with you and that kind of thing, because you ain't like my head. You understand? But to say you ask me for something, nah. I will still try to, you know?
Yeah.
Let me come to agreement somewhere now.
Yeah.
You understand? And if it's not that, well, it's not that. Okay, well, I go give your arm's length space, but I ain't showing you no face.
Right.
You know?
Okay. I have a question. Now, as an artist, how do you feel? Like, I feel like as a creative myself, you can feel so passionate about something, especially since soca is very seasonal. It is limited to our carnival seasons, right? And you feel like you write this song, you write that hit, it's sweet again, all the forward. How does it feel the soca season comes and it could have a particular rhythm, or one song that it just feels as though it just takes over the whole carnival? And you know for a fact your product is great. You had it there. It you know, it's great quality music. But then there's another song or rhythm that just foreshadows the whole season. Like, how do you deal with that as an artist?
Nah, them things just bother you, you know. It is hot. It is hot, to be honest. It is hot. It is hot.
Right.
But boy, what you gonna do? You had to just, as I say, back broad. You had to just say, I'll come again. I'll keep coming and coming again, and then people will go back. Like let me just say tomorrow, LucratiV song is the biggest song. People started checking that song. They might go on my channel and see all the other songs I was doing all the years and say, you know what,
And catch a vibe.
This man was bad, dog.
Yeah.
You understand? The song bad. And who knows, in the next 2 years, people singing that song you do about 5 years ago.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So just sharpen your blade and go again. That is all.
Or you could do like some people and hop on the rhythm. Or you could just
do like who?
do like some artists, you know, take matters into your own hands and just hop on a popular rhythm.
You could do that if you're back broad enough too. If you're back broad enough. Men who doing that, they show them back broad, they know what they're doing. They can handle that, because that when I come with don't feel them, you know, they're taking that line down.
Clearly.
Yeah, they're coming at you with that. So make sure your product good and make sure you're back broad.
That's all. Well, thank you, LucratiV, for meeting with us today. It was an exceptional experience, you know, talking to you. And I know, as the name suggests, it's only great things to come. So what do you have to, let's sum it up. What do you have to tell the people of Trinidad and Tobago as it relates to Carnival 2025 and beyond?
The people, very important. right? So I want to speak to the people because the radio, all them things, okay, yeah, that is the avenue for the music to reach, right? But once the people tap into radio, nobody can hold you once the people tap into it. And we see that throughout the years with songs that men wasn't getting a radio play and thing, but on the ground, it thing. So all I need is to Trinidad and Tobago, really. I'll just start to love all your culture and search for the music, search for the new artists, and demand all your head, call for it, go on your thing, play it, whatever, play it in your car, play it, whatever thing, call the radio station, say you want to hear this, that. Because once the people start to talk, when people start to support, that is all. Trinidad people just need to start to support local.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Don't wait for somebody to tell all you that our song bad. You listen to it and see if you like it yourself.
Correct.
You know?
But like, I mean, I know we're rounding up, but how do you feel about soca being limited only to January, February, early March maximum? Like, how do you feel about it just being seasonal?
No, well, I do too, but that is just how the industry is set up right now.
Right.
Until change come, until, again, more and more artists get involved and thing.
Yeah.
That even going to change. Do you understand? More artists get involved who have a vibe throughout the year. I and all plan to start a whole little event and thing during the year.
Right.
It's going to be soca, it's going to be Afrobeat I train, but it will be soca still. And I bring in my soca at the front.
Right.
To make sure
to
everybody...
appeal to the rest.
Correct. Yeah. If you listen to my album, Tropical Born, you'll hear a kind of thing, a soca, that song like a kind of pop song. You'll hear a soca, that song a little more zesty. You'll hear all them things, so...
Innovative.
Correct.
But why do you think that soca artists... I mean, if I were to guess, I would say resources. You're not going to put out a song in July, August, September, October. No, October we start to release music. But let's say around May, June, something that you're probably holding in the chamber for the next season. But why do our seasoned soca artists or any soca artist doesn't release music throughout the year to try to push that forward?
Now, it's a business for the big artists.
It's a business.
It's a business for them. They'll pour their music around carnival time because they'll make their money back and they'll make whatever. So it's not good business for them to be putting out music.
So it's twofold because the radio not playing the soca, the people not calling for the soca, and then the soca artists not putting out the music throughout the year.
If the radio and play it and the people know why, to them it might make sense to put it out because they ain't go get the feed, they ain't go get the the return on the investment.
Right.
But it's music same way. I mean, I could say that because I custom putting out music and me make no money from it. So to me putting out something May and April, small thing.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
I doing it for the love of the music. I doing it because I like it. You understand? And I trying to do something different.
Yeah, because I feel like if soca artists, I mean, easier said than done, especially as a creative, to tell a creative, hey, put out this song throughout the year. It's not good business, as I said. You're not going to get returns on that investment. However, how do we change the dynamic where it is no longer... Because I can understand the perspective of if you are playing soca every single day for 2.5 months, and somebody will say, why the music cut off on Ash Wednesday? It has literally been playing round the clock for 2.5 months. Anybody will get fed up of something. But if we have that continuity, where you have soca throughout the year, like... How do we
soca
change?
throughout the year could work,
Yeah.
Because it does have different carnivals on different islands, and their soca does sound different to our soca. The fast-paced power soca and thing that you hear throughout carnival for the next 2 months that we have here, or next 3 months as carnival in March, would not be the same. So me putting out a song for carnival would not be the same soca song I will be putting out throughout the year.
Right.
You understand? It will be something that fitting into the energy and the vibes that we have. Something that might be with a little zest vibe on it, or a Trinidad vibe on it, or a dancehall vibe, or a Afrobeat kind of vibe.
To appeal and tap into the different carnivals.
It might still even sound more like soca too, but I will still pattern. It might be a soca song, but just the pattern of it would be something that we could relate to. That's all. All
right, well, you heard it here, guys. Thank you. I just want to say you are our first guest. Excellent guest. So thank you for starting us off in such an excellent way. And I wish you all the best for 2025 and beyond.
Appreciate it.
Great.
Appreciate it.
Great
LucratiV.
vibes. LucratiV.
It's a love.